Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about NAPLAN and what it is and why we do it. So NAPLAN stands for National Assessment Program, Illiteracy and Numeracy. It's a series of tests that are conducted across the nation in Year 3, 5, 7 and 9 and measures children's achievement in areas to do with literacy and numeracy. It's a standardised test and it's compared against all schools in Australia to see how, first of all, how schools are travelling, how states are travelling and how we as a nation are travelling in the areas of literacy and numeracy. It's a mandated course of tests that must be taken, so it's not optional, and the government ensures that we do that every year around May. NAPLAN, of course, is a fairly controversial topic in a lot of areas, particularly in the media, in the parent community and in the education sector itself. There's a lot of debate over whether or not it serves any purpose and benefit to our children's learning. But what I can tell you is, and clarify for you, is that there is answers yes and no to that question. Does it serve any purpose? First of all, I would say to you that when you're talking about looking at your child's individual growth, it's very limited in its ability to tell you how your child is travelling. There's a lot of factors that come into play on any given day, and NAPLAN, as we know, is just one test on one day. As you know, sometimes things like what a child had for breakfast, or a fight that they might have had with their friends at playtime, or just they woke up badly on this particular day can impact how they perform on that test. It's also very narrow in its field of assessment scope, so it only really looks at literacy and numeracy, which are both important, but it doesn't test those things that are also equally important, like your child's ability to demonstrate gratitude. It doesn't, their musical ability, their ability to problem solve abstract ideas. It doesn't really get to the nitty-gritty about who your child is and what they are capable of doing. Where NAPLAN is useful though, is as a school we can look at trending data, and in particular what's really special to us is looking at the difference between where our children are in Year 3 compared to where they are in Year 5. Over those 2 years you would expect to see 2 years worth of growth. Whether they are or not is evident in that particular data, and we can have a look as a school rather than as individuals how we're travelling. And that's data we look at routinely every year and ask ourselves some really difficult questions about whether or not we're achieving those goals and what we may or may not need to do to continue doing or change to make sure that we achieve them.